Why? What's the deal? Why are you coming in at exactly 10:15? What's the situation? Help me out.
Because class starts at 10:15.
Yeah, but it starts at 10:15. Not me sitting here waiting for you to log in. If you're not in class by 10:13, getting ready to go, because now I have to tell you all these things that I want you to get done. So enough. Stop doing the let me wait until the last minute thing. Okay? I'm not playing that game. If you wait until the end, if it's like, oh, my class, like we were doing whatever, that's something different. But I need you guys to be here, like ready to go at 10:15, not sitting here at 10:15. We just don't have enough time. Wow, Snyder, that's a face.
Hey.
Do you guys understand? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Burke, I apologize for being a little late.
Okay. So, that being said, I want you guys, I have a, I should have multiple screens, okay? Make sure that you're checked into iClicker. Yes, Alex.
It's Burke.
Yo, really?
Yeah, it's like purple. Yes, ma'am.
Yo.
Dots in my hair and it's kind of pinkish. Like, I don't think you can see it, but it's like kind of pinkish. It's kind of.
I can't.
I know. My hair's up anyway. Oh, don't.
But, oh, come on now. Hold on, just really quickly, can you go to the one screen? Can you see it? It's like really purple. Purple. Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
I saw it.
It's like pretty awesome. I'm very excited about it. Okay.
Dude, that's like middle school flex purple.
No big deal. All right. So on this one screen, one of my screens should be showing you a keyboard. That one that has the keyboard. Can you pin that screen for me, please?
Yes. Well said.
Can you pin that?
Don't get worried.
Okay. So, what we're gonna do. So my goal for the next. Okay. So obviously we're doing Music Theory Monday and History Wednesday. Wednesdays is pretty straightforward, like the information, because I'm just kind of giving you like a very brief, how do I say this? A very brief. Oh, for this, I need everyone's cameras to be on because I'm just talking to you guys today. Now, if you are a person that can sit and listen and learn without having to do anything, then you don't have to take any notes. If you want to listen today and then take notes later, via the YouTube. God, that's such a boomer.
Okay.
I said myself, it doesn't count.
You use that new thing, tool called the YouTube.
Okay. Anyway. So, if you want to listen today and take notes and get the information by watching the YouTube video later, you can do that. I don't really care. The only thing I ask is that I have your face seeing me. So if you're doing paper and pencil, that's fine. But I want to know that you're there. Okay. So that being said, I have this. You should see a blank notability document. Yes? So, what we're doing is go ahead and mute yourselves, because if I need to ask you a question, I'll just ask you to unmute. But like I said, I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys a little bit today. What we're going to do is I kind of want to explain to you guys or a very, very small explanation because I can't go super deep into it. But I want to explain to you guys kind of music, how to write music in a way that in class, except for the seniors, because the seniors are probably not going to have enough time for it, but you're going to be able to essentially write a tiny composition that actually sounds like music. That's the goal for Mondays, okay? It's not going to be like a homework, okay? It's not going to be stuff you have to do really outside class. If you're focused and paying attention with me in class as I'm doing this, then there should be no like real issues. It's more music information. Music is probably one of the more broad, well, there's just a lot. It's a lot, okay? All right. So that being said, you should have in front of you, like I said, the blank screen. So what I'm going to do is start here. All right. So I'm going to draw a musical staff. For some reason, there is a dead zone in my screen. Does it give you a full dead zone? No, just a half dead zone. I don't know why that's there, but we're just going to work with it. Okay. I'm going to end it here. And I'm just going to draw a C major scale. C major scale, which has no sharps or flats, starts on C, ends on C. All right. Got that. That should be pretty straightforward. This should look like something that you've seen a million times before. This should not be new to you, etc. Okay. Now, there are two Latin root words that you should know. There's super and sub. Can someone tell me what either super or sub means?
Submissive.
Nope.
Mario.
Super's like
hey.
more, and then sub is less.
Okay.
Alright.
That's in the right concept. It's very close to that. Anyone else? Very, very close. Okay. Super is the more I'm going to have after. Okay. And the sub less is going to be before. Okay. So it's kind of the same concept of more or less, except it's before and after. So Alex was close. All right. So the first note that, and this is for any major scale, we're starting with C because that's the easiest one. There's no sharps, there's no flats. Everyone knows it's C, E, F, G, A, B, C. Easy peasy. So we're going to start with this first note. This note is called the
middle C.
I was checking to see if anybody knew. This is called a tonic. When we're writing, especially for those of you that are interested at all in guitar playing, piano playing, this Roman numeral 1 is going to be helpful in understanding what these things are. So this is a tonic or 1 or the first note of the scale, okay? This next one, using our Latin roots, based on only the information I have given you today, what do you think the name of this note is?
Of the C.
No, the D. Apologies. The D.
Tonic 2.
Okay, tonic 2.
Tonic 1.5.
Subtonic or supertonic or something.
Okay, but which one?
So I was like closest, right?
Subtonic.
Well, remember what those both mean. Super and sub. Super means, sub means.
Super. What?
Oh,
I
so
think the
it's
D is supertonic.
So D
Or
is,
comes first.
yes, C is supertonic. Okay.
C.
Why did it just do that? Supertonic. And the Roman numeral for your supertonic for every scale is lowercase Roman numeral 2, so 2s. Okay? So tonic you've got supertonic. This next one does not have a name that is related at all to anything. This one is called the mediant.
What? Median?
Mediant with a T.
Oh, median.
And this is lowercase 3. Okay? Now, the G, the C major scale, is, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The G is big numeral 5, okay? And this note is called
Tonic.
dominant.
Dominant.
Okay?
G.
So you've got tonic and dominant. Those are your two major music scale, like, chord progressions that you hear. Like Amazing Grace. Tonic, dominant, da da. It is a super, like, composers use those two notes, the tonic and the dominant. It's like the major notes of any piece of music, okay? So you have the tonic, you have the dominant. Now this F, which is before the dominant, is called the Kyle.
Subtonic. Oh.
I wanted to say it.
What?
Let me see your face.
Right here.
No, nope. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing.
Is this better?
Sure. If you're gonna do that, then stay like that. I don't care. Make it so that I can see the whole.
That's my neck.
Well,
I'm
that's
sitting
a
in a
personal
weird-
problem, bro.
I'm on
What
my phone,
is what is the name of the F in terms of if the G is dominant with all the information that we have? What is the name of the F?
Subtonic.
Kyle.
Oh.
I'm trying to find a stand.
Kyle. Oh my.
Phone? Yeah. What's wrong?
Kyle, why are you like this?
Kyle.
Yes.
Listen to my question for the third time.
Question.
If G is the dominant and F is the name of the note that I want, what is the name of F if G is dominant?
I don't know.
You do know. If you've been paying attention, you do know.
Tonic. 6.
Okay. Gata.
Subtonic.
Like Songu.
Dang it.
I was gonna say subtonic.
Which one?
The note F. What is its name? Sorry, one more time.
Subdominant.
Subdominant. Yes, it is subdominant.
Oh, it's because like on the dominant side rather than like the
Right. You
median
know,
side.
the split in my screen is not on purpose. It's a broken screen. So there's no split. That's just the major scale. I don't know what to...
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh,
Tonic.
So I wonder, I mean, like, if I zoom in, can I fix that? Yeah, see?
right.
I see.
There you go.
Alright. There's no, like, split there. Alright, this, however, is 4, and it's capital Roman numeral 4. Okay, so the next one we have is note A. That is submediant, which doesn't make sense. I can explain that later. That's just the name. It's lowercase... Oh, see, there's a break. Hold on. It's lowercase 6. Alright. Now, this C, we know, Kyle, is called what?
The C, you said?
Correct.
Well, usually you see middle C.
No.
Or like,
No. please focus. In terms of, I'm giving you the different ways of saying it, okay? The C, okay? We have, if you look at the rest of everything we have so far, C, whether it's middle C or not, if we're talking about the C major scale, C is called what?
Well, according to this trend, it looks like sub. Right?
I called you specifically because said it was this the last time when it wasn't. Catarrhea.
Tonic 6.
Not 6, not tonic, just tonic. Okay, this is tonic. This is 1. Catarrhea. The note before C, with the information we have, is called what?
Dominant?
Nope. It's based specifically on like every information that is on here. I'm asking specific ones because of where it's placed and the 2 Latin words I had. Dylan, what's the name of letter or note B? Okay, which is the one that's for our tonic.
Wouldn't it be supermedian?
Nope. Jonathan.
The note B, what is it? It's before the tonic right there. And that one's submedian. Would that be subtonic?
Subtonic.
Hey,
Alright.
boy.
And that's 7. We're K7. Alright. So every single major scale, okay, which again, this is very much specifically to those of you guys, or especially those of you that are thinking about doing guitar. So every single scale goes tonic, supertonic, median, lowercase 3, subdominant, dominant, oops, not 2. Okay, flex, come back here. Okay, sorry. Subtonic, and then tonic again. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1 again. Okay, and that is the major scale for all of it. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because not this week, probably next week, I'm going to kind of explain to you chord progressions, which deals specifically with this. So I want you to see what it looks like on something that makes sense to you. Okay, so you guys know the C major scale, so I'm giving you the Roman numerals that are associated with it. So if I say I want to hear a 1-5-1 chord, you can understand, or you can try to understand what that means. Okay, so you just kind of gotta bear with me. Okay, all right. That being said, I'm gonna scooch down. Now, last week, we had last week actually when we did the medieval period, we had the musical word for what they used. They were not scales, but there were similar scales in their concept.
Right.
Yep.
Modes.
Modes is correct. Now, here is the interesting thing with modes. I'm going to actually play for you guys after I explain this a little bit. The mode situation. No, I gotta zoom in because some kid turned in this iPad with Dead Zone, so now I have a crappy Dead Zone iPad.
Why do you have some kid's iPad?
I don't. I have what's supposed to be my new iPad, but it's not great.
Is it just a Dead
I had a
Zone for
5th generation. I had a 5th generation, and you can't use Apple Pencils with any older ones, and I really want to be able to write. So I asked for a new one, and the new one I got janky.
You're asking for too much from Apple.
Always. All right, let me see one thing. Okay. All right, so our modes. I'm going to rewrite my scale. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So in our modes, when I talked to you guys about this, I talked to you about how with the modes, it wasn't exactly like the scales. It was similar where it had a set, information. But here's where you have to understand this. So we have the C major scale, same exact thing as before. So no sharps, no flats. The information, let me just get my notes because I always forget the order of these stinking things. Okay, so for the modes, for the node that starts on C, that one is called, so if it starts tonic, that one is called Ionian. Ionian. So if it starts on tonic, it's Ionian. If it starts on D or supertonic, that's Dorian. Okay. So what that means is, so an Ionian scale, the Ionian mode, goes from C to C. So it goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, da, 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 right? The Dorian mode starts on D and goes to D, but in the C major scale. So kind of bear with me as you listen to this, all right? You'll hear it as we go through this. So before I do that, really quickly, so tell me, does this sound good? Okay, and just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down when I play it. Tell me if you feel like it ended properly. Okay, here we go. Hold on. So we got. What do you think? Did it end properly? Thumbs up or thumbs down? You can only give me thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay. Those of you that gave me a thumbs up, it made sense because I went from C, put a bunch of stuff in the middle, and ended on C. Sounds good. Okay. Here's another one. What do you think? Did you like the way that sounded? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Not like does it sound pretty? Would you listen to it on the radio? But like musically, no.
The first part too. That didn't.
Right, it did not end properly. The reason why, okay, it did not sound good to your ear when I ended is because I left it on the subtonic, which is also called the leading tone. When you leave it on the subtonic or the leading tone, it wants to resolve, but it can't. So listen to it again. So did you hear how at the end of that one I went da, and then your brain wants to go da da, and it wants to resolve it? That is why music, like, that's the whole point of what we're doing right now, what I'm trying to teach you, so that you can hear and understand the kind of like the backbone, the science part of it, why it works, the math part of it of why it works. Okay. So, another kind of example is this. So the C major scale. right? You can hear that. It all sounds good. It goes from C to C, no issues. That, ladies and gentlemen, that C major scale is the Ionian mode of the medieval time period. So when composers in the medieval time period wrote music with the Ionian mode, they were writing with the C major scale. Now, my question for you is this. The Dorian mode starts on note D. So for all intents and purposes, if it starts on note D, you want it to be in the D major scale. However, the D major scale, sharps or flats, how many? D major scale, sharps or flats, how many? D major scale. Okay, Gata, sharps or flats, which one?
For D major scale?
Yep,
I thought you were saying how many. Okay, let's count these.
I was,
Starts.
but okay, sharps is correct. You had a 50-50 chance, you got it correct. Now, your order of sharps, fat cows go dancing and eat bologna. If you remember that, and then you know that you're looking for the D major scale, then you know that sharps, you go up a half step from the last sharp. So, if it's D major scale, what is the sharp that is the last sharp that you should be looking for? Lucas.
Oh, never mind.
Lucas,
Yeah,
did you hear my question?
did not.
If it's sharps, like Gata said, what is the, and by sharp, when you're learning, when you are trying to find the scale, the number of sharps in a scale for sharps, you go to the last sharp and go up a half step. So I'm telling you, and that's the name of the scale. I'm telling you the name of the scale is D. So what sharp are you looking for?
You lost me.
So like what note is before D? What sharp is before D on the scale?
D.
Louder.
D.
D is the note. What's the sharp? What's the note that's sharped below D?
E. Or
Louder.
D.
No, you say something and then I say louder and you change your answer.
I said the same letter every time.
Okay. It's not D. D is not the one that, D is the name.
I said C.
Yes, that is what you said. And
That's what I said every single time.
no, you keep saying D when I say louder.
I
Okay.
said C every time.
So anyway, so it is C sharp. So in this fat cows go dancing and eat bologna, fat and then cow. So she's C sharp, there are two sharps, okay? So for a D major scale, it would normally go like this. Whoa, it just, hold on. Right? It sounds good. D major scale. Sounds just like the C major scale if you don't know any better because it's a major scale. However, with the Dorian mode, okay, with the modes, there are no sharps or flats. So you still start on D, but there's no F sharp, there's no C sharp. So listen to the Dorian mode scale. Not scale, Dorian mode. At the Dorian mode. So listen to it again. Okay, so it doesn't follow the way we like it, which is like this. But all right, so I want you guys to just hear the difference between those two, because when you compose your music, you can choose to do one versus the other. You can choose a major, minor, well, probably not minor scales, because it's probably best to just stick to either a major scale or one of the modes. But the point is, when you're doing your scales and you're trying to figure out what's going on, you need to kind of understand the concept of scales, the Roman numerals that deal with it, etc. Because like I said, what's going to end up happening is when you guys compose this, 8 to 12 measure piece that I'm going to ask of you, if you end on a subtonic, then it's not going to sound good, right? It's because your brain wants it to resolve. So think of any time that you've been in the car with your parents or driving yourself, and you kind of have the radio on, and they're like, all right, we got our destination, time to go, and it's like right in the middle of something, and you're like, what? No, I gotta stay and finish listening to it. Like that concept, because the reason why you want to stay, minus if it's like your favorite song or whatever, but the reason why you want it to stay and finish listening to it is because you want to have it resolve. Okay. That being said, make sure that you guys have done everything that you're doing. If you wait until the very end, like Saturday, to do the assignments for me, it's gonna feel overwhelming, and I highly suggest you spread it out and do like 20 minutes every other day, because then it's not gonna be overwhelming. And I mean, you do what you want to do. I'm just trying to help you guys out. That being said, I also got into contact with both Julie and Nick Espina, and they're going to be playing with us on
why Julie?
Because we need more than one flute. That being said, we are getting close to when that has to be ready for. I'm going to ask, not this week, or maybe the next assignment will be a test run of you guys listening to smart music as you play and videoing yourself, so that I can not only see what you're doing, hear the quality, but also kind of start on my end putting things together and make it work for what I need. Okay? All right. That being said, go ahead and that's it. Make sure you have all your stuff done. We're going to finish Renaissance tomorrow and move on, or Wednesday, and move on to Baroque. You guys do have an assignment due, or excuse me, a project due. If you didn't do it yet, then you need to really get started, because I'm not gonna check my email Saturday during the day that it's due. All right. So if you have questions about it, you gotta come see me at Tutorial, so that I can answer any questions about it. I know that some of you guys, even in this class, already completed it. Some of the kids in concert band already completed it. So if you have questions, you can also ask them. But other than that, I'm good. Anything from anyone?
What's the project?